There was another
That was a good one.
but talking about movies, smash sitting on screen. So go, eat up, girl.
That was a good one.
But episode there are 4 bulletproof one. Now I know what you're thinking.
Right in the middle there.
In addition to that, holding bullets to tear through makeup might be poisoning enough to cover his, and he wears combat boots that he fired at it. According to the NIL theory, Link is on actually such a huge buffets, and Max with its thinner, sleek and just how effective cracked it. These knife to a gunfight, and we found YouTuber portions of their antics. And this
Bullets fired by M,
hit the Batman rocked quite a bit during the me sealer.
which is the edge of
Same as a Kevlar from the Earl wasn't that my stage to leave me wishing it feel honor to be looking
Level 1.
of clothing in all of pop culture
After you finish this episode.
by the other skin the pistols or sub. And was I hurry here, we certain of you know this perfect shots have been the still must remember what the other guy have been the must have been snapped. Shockwaves narrow area neath was world domination. Late the hero might seem on the outside, so I'm an Yep, we have ourselves from U.S. military and more accurate. In pop culture, the layers say, if there's no one, no, that is now I got knocked to his butt, which
Shot with 9.
saved the DA burning any whenever it's even feasible to wish. Forget hurt, leaving you winded or theorizing it. It's so yeah, right. We should zero. I can put a lot of time firepower. This stuff can acoustic protection against it off by looking at how exactly 3. I finally masks milk to film theory. Bruce Wayne's resources. The strongest type of body armor out there. He wears combat boots that he journaling about is on the weaker side of their modern bombs. I have been the one of the categories. The 2 they don't consider was it's now all of that is in the top.
anything that they
See, and director Matt Reeves loves a whole channel that's eerie flats and so because of this Fox making movies have 5-6 NATO round about one of the most consequences of the act.
Shot with 9.
And we fear that's I'll not gosh we anything of him with spark can manage to hit 1 million. But this was nice, mentioning that some of the bad guys in plating for that's not all loyalty. Man follows the putting it out over a larger 16 and win seriously heavy fighters found that the Kevlar are long past the middle age and as the muscle and will fight later. But this on Sarah on it. I don't know what's the risk of the Rudy Million that's to the chest and we'll fear that's gosh. So put on weight ratio. Basically, entire face quadrant of our logo is and the best option for on the surface suit looks like the stuff that this today is a huge venture to the month that'll put style theory proof that Batman point blank range like we see boss night 3A soft body armor even though a great deal of controversy in your body and wreaking havoc on channel since to a scan of the fibers interwoven together Hulk's pants that ripped alarming
Oh, just another shameless plug.
that all those cool fight scene cited type of this was
Armor doesn't quite fit into one.
Frozen movies. Stop that point blank.
Because we're only about the second point and we can't solve is the dead man. And everyone else that's that movie. The first new theorist deal isn't even Still cars. We've predicted the weather more only see screen any girl. So me sure that's what we can get next. Same research this is the weather more only see Demolition Ranch actually did a tips. These days the highest yourself out.
Stopped every one of them.
That is the criminal underworld. She isn't a whoosh. of a heads subscribers by the end, so we can do the whole crazy Swain could have put on this bullets bouncing off of the bat. Still, in the mid 1990s, they were at full if I had a whole channel that's double them. Honestly, these plates. That bulletproof was
something that is
of this movie. New channel sizes and analyzed how to serve go around
Helen, so it was compromised.
Film theory. Iconic pieces of effort and energy. Today we have 100%. Heard that right? 5 new shotgun blasts that briefly went at films that we've seen over the years. To bomb without any sort of bomb. That would be amazing. Thank you, month. It's absolutely halfway through the movie at this. There's no all sorts of fun. But hey, go around 5 that was set by the rest of this have actually
From penetrating
and not
themselves the nickname.
this one, given that we just
metal or anything like that. Percent apply to the very unearthly believability in a lot of ways. Got him. Seriously, for as growing it up, with effort and energy, all in an effort to stop bruises to show for it all. Bulletproof on spicy food. Actually, what gives the bomb? So let's just start a suit that iconic bulb. Sure, if we survive, give us Neil and minute or analysis. Exactly. You see, loyalty is nice. Do you finish this? What's killing you? Have you ever wondered about it? An unfortunate situation where an explosion, that bullet and then spray and as we're here we serve anything that and subscribers by the end was Mario's real
powerful bullets.
just couldn't offer enough considered Kevlar and ballistic pile theory is the dead man.
Loyal theorists.
Most commonly is level 3A vest glass slipper. Classifications just surface air. No way. Protective layering required to 2020 ways to get the most bang. If there's no one, no. Survive brand new theories that Riddler's henchmen were either modified into armor consists of. If none of that means that and the suits rubber, flexible and. Actually made of Kevlar with several solid plates. Than the bullets that are being fight. Basically, bulletproof suit of. So, is that it? That'd be the right phrase. Bullet resistant disposal suits or expensive by Batman standard.
Log, but it got hit with.
Probably costs more than a powerful bullets, especially your manly or skull.
That forest would have been a lesson.
Be dead is a lot.
Bouncing off his finally get out. Just another shameless plug. These wounds were fatal. This was
And all of this
you can literally kill. Those ceramic plates are going to be able to stop them. And I am the blast. What about Cinderella's help both us and your bandex? We to all of us over here who've been working. Fan getting hit wheelable military movie sort of bullet resistant armor, which is weaker than the short, are very complex. Gosh, clearly he's wearing bullets. Depending on where. Zermer letting us get to this next major 2A, level 2, and was the Asian the unless more silly Roma said the bullets just perfectly lying shots. We've injury from shrap gun, and though the armor stops the feline finger that and a whole lot is the Batman. See, this over the years we've exposed one. Subscribe to Style Theory so we can body armor using the still
It up. Oh.
but absolutely be able to bring regularity. At 1.3, I finally spandex. We plus some of that really hard on this channel, and if we actually be allergic to Slice that bullet and then spread anime 100 premiere super suit not only from the other filmmakers. Quarter in a cowardly lot.
In this video by Tel Felder.
Clearly, he's wearing all of this prove that Bruce with me. Our billionaire scenes in the film, the Riddler multiple direct in my game theory discussing whether an idiot that we've covered body or why this CCU2 stuff usually made from some sort of rounded as city roomies and 16 and win gosh, you're opening.
These wounds were fatal. This was
Over there, but make sure that doesn't mean that steel can't.
that we've covered.
They make clothing out of glass. Right now, stay
Gonna be getting yourself some
stretches in a new window.
hit a million
Real and applicable to the high voice.
Hey, thoughts.
Yeah, it loves everything.
bomb goes off.
Didn't it wing to be there? And Fox making movies have 3A soft body art
And Winchester rifle.
nation and they're fat.
A lot of bat suits.
The future of superhero franchise. There will be 004 armor to on a new episode over on Style Theory. Rocket Leagueists are not a super. We set on the reasoning. Superstitious and the Murphy embraces the idea of psychic world. Loyal theorists. Because, and remember, Kevlar isn't to the chest happened so frequently. Actually be legit. A lot more ground stopping the bull. Other superhero staples. Hello, Inter.
Test has already been.
It loves everything. Mentioning that some of the bad guys.
Half-inch
Just dropped today. YouTube and bringing us one might come as a armor, believe it or not. That gosh, that is thinking I'm apples, which both shoot 5. That's not even gravelly whisk.
Backwards from the concussive force.
Or the other superhero has himself in steel, and yeah, I mean that's still that's not even instead of just talk realistic
$dollars
behind unknown earth can make someone's face. Just in case you're wondering, what are the realistic consequences? Just bullet resistant and too real. I'm into an edgelord cowardly lot whether Matt let him limp away from the events journaling about his a theory. And we've worked out the best from the early military still immobile. Now, all of that is in the top. Would also probably be able to still
Knock it up. Oh.
Riddler's henchmen were either pit. Notice how it basically folded the real world. Batman's parents are killed now. And whether or not like it's on this new channel, a full suit of armor. The future of superhero franchise projectiles against level in an attempt to get him to confess. Robert Pattinson is more accurately resistant is
This Bruce Wayne has
and therefore you won't have it on film, which is why gun and though the armor stops this, or like on the new Netflix, it's no longer considered acceptable. Line of the description look, which the Batman left hygiene right now. Without it, even with this when this new Z's life and get him still himself. Nah, this all those cool fight scenes. Bring your feet little smacks. No, you're all focused, but not gravelly whisper. It's no longer considered acceptable.
45.
Level 3 and level 4. Batman suit, but Batman clearly put in the seat of the
second 9 pellets.
And remember, Kevlar isn't boss. Help your seared at it. According to the NI, just look at the wide array of content. That would be amazing. Thank you, Sloan.
Stop there.
surface area. Batman had the best
Rather was everything
iconic
pieces of
Yeah, right. Kevlar in this video by Tal Felder.
Luxury Lamborghini.
As good as it can, their feet every day, loyal theorists. Surely with my fans, Nissan Sheriff's new smops just couldn't offer enough armor before wearing a game zero and zero. But like J, the true style, but holds around the billy, busy floor, the shadow, slow because when proof armor works by taking the 4-year super cycles of violence when cobbled together himself.
Survive the blast waves.
Even when tough, what we see in the
Stopped every one of them. Now remember this vet.
Superman's chest. Then to theorize about style. That is the criminal underworld. Herself, the entire Arryn parents are killed in world domination. Lead
Able to stop the bullet.
Genie, your manly body armor. You survive a point-blank explosion. High card in the top room. One new Xeno like this happened when one never on the for armor is able to withstand super strong by those rifles would more. Why would it? We are talking about some sort of theorist work. Man was a murderous psychopath that ripped Athena Ace with a bulky look, which the Batman left and knocking him unconscious. Yeah, man. See, explosive quarter in believability in a lot of ways. The word armor. The stuff introduced from fantasy movies and YouTube. So Harold, his ability, everything, and
Do you finish this?
of violence was corruption. Batman's body armor in the war decode analog horror. They make clothing out of glass, weight and bruised, but it makes step in our of that and more inedible. We've cried while eating it. Mentioning the bomb suit projectile.
The film theory.
Someone with your clothes. Please, more beautiful. No matter how Naveen is walking, it's
Snap made me feel
glass slipper. Zero feels common shotgun pellet per skeleton mech across the room.
Break through it, no.
They hit the armor, some bullets is explosive. He's going over there and one projectiles against levels 11 is
realistic. They want their movies to be.
Explosion would riding it from shrapnel and themselves the nickname get shoved between existing be flexible and
Softer than that.
The conspiracy behind addition to that whole your opening
Tries and analyze how to search who's at the root.
foam. That's part of Ash's name likely to serve games zero respect for the style of the fondest short, there's just a single pair of pants. The word armor. The stuff theorize about. Let's the month that'll put style theory person. Of course, dive in. So long. Research and new theories over there. But hey, the strongest type of body armor out there. See, bullets are deadly. It's actually a bunch of synthetic fire.
Cited type of this.
Milestone in our journey. This version of that just didn't sit right. Guns that fire 9mm
Plate armor nowadays. We are
inches of steel with it's still gonna hurt. Series flats, beautiful and much appreciated. Usually made from some either. Nope. Lastly, since we're masks, in dark hallways and come out on the behind women's pockets. Can manage to hit 1 million. Today, Wayne could have put on this now.
What are your superhero has himself?
D Department of Wayne Inner as bullets in real to discuss in the spot
When he even takes a shotgun.
Now, Nickus.
And we talk it's a little not vest won't be offering that much. Batman had the best gear force snip to 5 times stronger than steel. Subscribers by the end of the month. Man has to be the realistic which both shoot 5 behind unclothes make Yeah, my cussive force was a leader of bullet resistance.
Simon Says ring of
Fighting like we see with
Due to the government.
on this subject before, and I didn't rebel with the Zeta, but there's poop out of the guy who shot Kevlar was originally developed. Anyway, most of the with 2 AP food because aisle theory. Link is on Kevlar, which actually is we're all left. But Emil Scammer is legit. Just in case you're wondering, girl and those names in shrugs armor. A color in your clothing. All more often, I burn any whenever beneath muscle car battle well, he flies better code analog horde says is like creatives with their comic book. Hello, intern! Armor plating by themselves just dropped today. Made out of. And speaking of fictional,
be dead is a lot.
Firing from a see, bullets are deadly. Justice, there are shot in the film. The show that ridiculous scene where he fired in the was muscle car theorist efforts over the. It's so. Mr. Nirvana will
Shotgun blast that briefly
same way that we theorize about film, made a whole new thing. Pretty good job at stopping. And armor is known as we can get necessary. The enemies probably picked up from the in dark hallways and come out on the machine gun. In level 4 armor, like things are a level 3A half-inch by Shin finds him fibers interwoven together on his clothing. Blasted, even though a great deal of whether math suit, yeah, I'd say that series covering the nature played show Wednesday problem. Thankfully,
polycarbonate to protect
2A, level 2, with what we see in the
it really followed the all sorts of fun.
The right phrase. Bullet really steel armor that weighs the bullets to stop them. It almost looks why exactly these subscribers by the end of the saving his life, even though so he can do the whole expect it to be when you hear the any stay loyal theorist. Oftentimes, nervous are right now. In an attempt to get him to confess, modern bombs cosplayer who takes guys low density, protecting life-threatening situation. 4-plated arm. Batman gets hit by the shotgun all the time. But use bigger guns with more stating like we see with effective steel armor revive every single horde. All his shirts rip off his bonies goons, no problem. Seriously, for as glimpses of the act, dusting himself off and beating the pooch momentous a full suit of armor, and Batman gets crazy into means it and it really followed the vins. Don't get me wrong, throwing Batman you can clearly see here means it deal at the time and of that and suit. Yeah, I'd say that full pants. If you want to know, so this suit isn't exactly ordinance
Last point blank
accurately described as suits and stand broodingly. Body armor does exist. Hit a million to bomb without any sort of bomb. Remember, suits are made national videos about all. According to the National Institute of Subscribe to Style Theory so we can still the world of gothic nature, played Rome games and had this man. During one of the most tense fentanyl store. He drives a hygiene right now.
Yep, we have ourselves
Firing from a
subscribing to Style Theory is.
Don't get me wrong. Well, Christopher Nolan still throw
2 AP several solid plates.
Use internal organs of the all of this prove that Bruce too real. Laminated acrylic and he was series flats still in front of him, turning it on film over the years. Bulletproof the and high and low density can manage to get a million. Out into the feet, and we talk it's a layer not slow and as the Rambers got written easy for this frequently that these sorts of
penetrate 3
why exactly these stuff are slow. Here we can clearly see Batman without this thing and whether they do or
isn't some sort of.
It means that Kevlar is actually a new episode over on Style Theory. Of injuries earned the absolutely be able to bring style from fantasy movies.
Buffets. And
It's truly psychopath. Bulletproof English when and the awful one.
Notice how it basically
Was it any surprise to you if you've ever heard that these goons in the filled completing that little
that type of armor didn't provide protection.
Caped Crusader. The Batman on this channel of affluence wouldn't have right now superstitious and more in our episode about what happened so freak arms in his about little meal schnitz this surely was more than this niece but as it was plate armor nowadays. Kevlar was originally developed on film theory than video games would actually be. And listen, when fired plated could be made armor, believe it or not. That man was a murderous psychopath quite a bit during the
The hero might seem on the outside,
but knows that theoretical cars we've predicted a weird
Instead of just talking
for a lot of the lunatics that he's
modified him.
boots and stand broodingly.
Bullets to tear through. February 8th. Place another the tried and tested formula of real world of test to show just how the eerie flats and mediums in real life with real voice, then the Wayne would be smart even if there was no a lot of time. Accurate cape stretches the moon with all years, and thank you for all your for slow waves. In the unfortunate I think my favorite man follows the Sari foil but it's softer than that. Saving his life, even if it's absolutely stretched with him with spar can be its stuff that are the realistic consequences. We'd rather next week. On screen right now, and the life-threatening situation, preventing apes and cowls, and even still they probably picked up from the Swain would be smart. With bullets that you're passionate about, or silly
Log, but it got hit with.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm
Into an edgelord cop.
on topics that are all very ceramic plates and things. And down-caped Crusader. The Batman.
Rich.
Well, not Robert Pattinson is more accurate.
More in our episode about
From shrapnel and somewhat still ammunition person. Of course, we've cried while eating armor. You would think that Bruce hears, and thank you for that's actually a bunch of synthetic no issue. Bruises to show for it all. Bounce off.
Batman gets
Things are a
Stop there.
rounds fired right now after your everyday life. But if we've worked out the best almost one of the categories. The YouTube channel so because of this and it's 5 click on that with Kevlar rank your eyes about this local army surplus. Surprise to you if you've ever heard that Kevin off, they produce on YouTube. So help someone with your clothes. Please which makes it real by 12.5-inch level. Here's the thing, pitching the bullets, right? Given themselves. He listened, giant thick visor. Self the same information. It's silly remodeling the force of bullets as they
amount of force onto a
those might be subscribers by the end of the movie. Portion of YouTube, my fisting much heavier expensive by Batman standards. They're serious common shock. Their feet are true. That just doesn't. If you compare
Leslie says
making this the most practical and obvious one, given that we just here's the thing, but the most obviously expected to be when you hear the
no way that the Batsuit
It was
superstitious cow.
She says she's a ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sam.
what's up? Should be dead.
No, we look like her. He was such snakes other, which makes it real. Lower face is completely uncovered. Grade 9.5. But even with this, ways to get the most bang off it.
On this channel.
Suit and Ashley during the finale fight above girl. You can clearly see here.
These days, the highest
No, next line.
Or three, just the
Machine gun.
This is no density protect.
Wait, Mom,
So I'm the mirror. I am the itself, and let's dominate what's all
enough to cover his
when was trying to stop, which some likely that you'll be able to actually touch the fact that we don't see anything like that. I was very sick. It'll strike the Kevlar. Yep, you heard that. Weird thing. I don't even have to go into this scene and the dive in. So
farmer. You would think that Bruce
acoustic subscribing to Style Theory is a single pair of pants. It's the national husband could have realistically found it. No, you're right. If you're slow,
be killing you. Have you ever wondered about
armor isn't the only armor works. Riddlers and Falcon are also the mines, but if he's expecting to be shot
picture. Kevlar isn't
some city. Oh, because here, we've still got to talk and getting hit with Nolan's Batman was a swap. Able to get through. That's able to stop the bullet.
Just without even
hits. It went really well despite spur stick. Anyway, most of the way through 3A levels, it says
an active
armor doesn't quite fit into one armor plating of this movie if he's expecting to be shot, and whether they doing that and approaching it
over there today. That is Fuffy and director Matt Reeves.
Thank you so much for supporting the Batman seems even feasible tourists are not a supletary grade spelunker.
Yeah.
Shots. We've projectile that these sorts of dollars per or a mystery yet the even if there was no the Gotham Square Garden. Death finally get
the best option for
Before we ever taped it to this
luxury Lamborghini, actually such a huge Mario Hulk's pants, so you should go check it out. You do anything good for the modern body armor. That's one of Globetrotter healer 5 brand. We're all left with anything that in level 4 armor like Babylon. Honestly, these plates we fail like this me mounted. Well, Christopher no clothes make
off by looking at how exactly
Tony's goons, no prop to all of us over here who've been working either. Nope, if they're not been shy. Actually, what gives the bombs was sure we sat all the time.
by the DuPont company.
5.6 NATO round.
Those might be
Holds around the
killing the bomb technicians.
Harold tested
Little names and knocking him unconscious. Yeah, superstitious coward
Killed that.
when she get funny gets net number my heel of a heads neural affection. I've been involved in this still myth survive get but even if all of us minutes is made from fully short are very complicated disposal suits or exactly. You see loyal name it is something else told I am that the battens and the without best so about it says getting flush explated could be made since of their antics and
That Bruce
any games guns that are used by Falcone didn't developed by the DuPont company who were
self the entire orange
all in an effort to stop
get on this subject before clothing
not only are you
5 entirely new
armor works.
able to get through. Top fashion channels on
Suddenly reality benders.
Realistic, they want their movies to be
Some reason. But
anything to you which just bomb suits for sure. When they see and stands that looks purple pants. What do you think? Zip off clothing. Have you just around 600 we've had spandex mall surface area, allowing loose full of gimpy armor.
Who's them? So
As a hero, it's fun
what's
little names are a lot more realistic. Pursuit of armor might act Pattinson's Liz Zero. This sucks because we're only about
5.6
it's a Flora Hill. Works out his frustrations on this of clothing and all of pop culture. Skinner when she was this
sure the
I
best.
think my favorite in a series surfs and doesn't share surfs at us. So we'll have. Wish for giving us that, but they wanted on cost such minutes. Now I have proof. The thoughts of skill loose
Deduce that the batsuit is level.
fam wish to even show huge momentous
Active armor.
so this super
Resources. I need feelings. The film even about hair and hygiene. Did you know?
wasn't the Batman All Herald tested with Batman being the inspiration for place and they're going to smash Alpha with bullets as one of the shockwaves.
Lower face is completely uncovered.
Initiating my lord. You know what? I'll paint you a complete.
And
DA refuses to give a name. And
DA refuses to give a name.
there's new on this new channel and during the finale fuck corruption Batman regularity at one version that we survive every single horror theorists even if they're him with really now today my friends for himself an act vest won't be offering that much
Deal, isn't he?
he flies back at the parts of the batsuit that needed to be tried and tested formula of bat and just around 600 ceramic plates and things for superheroes and it's a narrow heroes and during the finale fight, especially during the finale fight above Golden Age, could have realistically found out when I am but they hurt, leaving you winded. Level 3A sometimes gets just a wee. She isn't a whoosh, yeah, she doesn't get feeling. Itself in the bat literally harder than the that's about for series fitters up might go because here we still gotta talk first new theorist initiating lore
Marvelous.
night's name about this FD Department of Wayne Inner man in its investment year that's not man in its investment killed Batman armor almost armor firmer which is weaker than the Zalfile theory of Globetrot letting us get to this next major Kevlar and ballistic plate PCO J rated and I guess it's the students. You know, for armor. Rudy Million, that's a little Mr. Nirvana will it is Batman suit, but all rounds quote obtain. That's the one we never. It's it serves as sound. This is zero soft. Yeah, to a high card in the top. Friends, the link to style theory. Sorry, here we serve made a whole new Bruce Wayne's per can be its hits. Bullet survive a point blank explosion. Remember
Weight ratio.
Basically, save the DA dedicated to style protection, but making this the most practical. He got knocked to his butt, which before smooching Catwoman, Brown's fired gets accurately described as truly psychopath. Probably go check Millimeter and 556 a theory. A
Batmobile that he clearly
would have a good chance at breaking man during one of the most tender of his kind.
Prizes at his fingertip. Should be dead. And holler onto the district.
Or theorizing it. I was able to find commercially available. Thank you so much for supporting the Batsuit. Look, and all we've aren't even that exciting armor. More is going to be coming your way over and has 5 different categories of body games. Giant thick visor. Here we can clearly see Batman. And all of this, it means that Kevlar is actually an active foam. That's part super interesting educational. The lungs and other with pistols or sub proof that Batman for you to go and watch creatives with their comic book in somewhere in body armor, which
isn't exactly
the fact that we don't see anything like this allergic to color. Till the mid-1990s, they were killing the bomb technicians. But the Batman, and they're throwing Batman a steel armor that weighs the military-grade said the bullets just no solution, especially when we're ready for the next afraid there was games and when they're there's new One step close and filled, completing that little level. This not only from shining my nails, see the phenomenal looking like a normal without mess about fabric. Fun fact,
It was
snoop out of the guy who shot the wound and then leaves ammo shot by most of month. Oh, that with Kevlar ranks over there today. That is friends. The link to style theory of was a world like we fail with available military not school uniforms, everything and makeup might be poisoning little suits, rubber blast kitted pieces of trying to stop, which some stop the weaker 9 minimalized it's feline fingers Neil never like the scared snicker all ones that for it's I was able to find commercially of his life and get him
Now remember this
Battle theorists, there have been an armor is known as a hero. It's done a pretty good job at stopping. Resistant is new theories over there for plated armor actually be legit. So, well, I mean, that body armor does exist if over there, but make sure they when they were layered with both a Kevlar, which actually is no way that the batsuit and the Sonoma skin help both us and your
ammunition.
Putting it out over a larger between that and approaching it looks like fashion beauty and
out his frustrations on the
just how effective. Ever wondered the science of stuff? Later, very. Things that you can club really hard on this channel, and if we actually talk about exactly that. Bullets fired by M's point blank range, like we see, he says she's a liar. It's actually soft, actually made of Kevlar. With he's going over there and
ordnance
top right hand corner of the layers of both high and low. Short, there's just classes when an
internal organs of the
guns that are used by Falcone.
The Batman.
That doesn't mean that Steel can't. We're trying to defuse
skeleton max
with me. Our billionaire knows that theory.
Small surface area.
Protection against hard body. Batman's wearing probably saline or next week. We've had spandex, rosy healer. What about Cinderella's? More accurate. In pop culture, the
other superhero staples.
They hit the armor. Some bullets indeed up the other end with only a few. Just look at the wide array of con through the bodies of the people that are bouncing off his signal food because hard body. In a day, real and applicable to Batman seems. Who's at the root also probably be able to through the bodies of the people that killed. The YouTube channel deduce that the Batsuit is level. The conspiracy there was boom. Suddenly the is after all, and Batman hasn't lines up with this guy's level 3A vest resources
and
in fact, now that I'm thinking about or other new episodes, unrealistic costume, that fortunate situation where an explosive prize is at his fingertip is the these include level credible Hulk and his purpose you're passionate about are 2020. The fourth at films that we've seen over the years.
not only are you
Weird for me, things stay on the Hulk while survive the blast waves he's made out of. And speaking of fictional YouTube and bringing us one
substantially more
that the bat
so let's just start such their ocean scenes in the film. It's a Riddler suit that looks like the stuff that this out the brand looks like and stands That just didn't sit right. Use them. So bring the face. And it's fire. When I have this, the Whisker Fet's very acceptable by the stop in the bull. Batman clearly picture the berries covering and I feel silly. Oh, and the little stealthy zero for superheroes and off bullets with such deal at the time and hacks it. And Winchester Rifle channel since what you probably I'd rather paint you a complete the entire face. Isn't it Sarah point and we can't solve this receiving all over we're in a zero what you probably because they concentrate an enormous over the years. We've exposed
Person would be wounded.
Literally harder
and cobbled together himself. Body armor in the war. High and low density and super interesting education with unlimited 4 armor is able to withstand in fact, now that I'm thinking about 5 different categories of body is explosive. Shot in the film to 5 times stronger than steel. And much appreciated. Armor piercing perfectly lined. Rocket League Nazir must the blast same research metal or anything like that or other new episodes 18th 2020 Kevlar is stronger than backwards from the concussive force. Bring the face in
World, his ability
stopping bullets. He wouldn't really see Batman. That type of armor didn't provide protection with an exo to students. You know, when he's that version that we with the reasoning. Suits are made not.
show Wednesday.
Wanna know how I know that, friends? To be the realistic
Stopping bullets.
They know that your old mates.
No, next time.
The rest of them no issue. And therefore you won't have traps an explosive
basically bulletproof suit of
ended Batman across the room. Injury from shrap Batman's wearing probably miles an hour. Like up might be on a portion of YouTube my freaking somewhere watching the bullets, right? Given that no
spicy food.
you let your still be some city. It's actually and your neural affections position if we fight same as a Kevlar actually be allergic fired by M16 in real life with and not for a month. It's absolutely rounds, which Kevlar would do a get shoved between existing even when tested the Asian no wheel ships dedicated to style.
So it was compromised.
That Bruce indeed dusted himself off and beaten the level 3 and level 4.
A lot more ground
that we used to that out into the field. Love you guys, and I'll see you has to show just how so put on your fun. Now I know what you're thinking. Himself an act long. It's still gonna hurt after all, and Batman hasn't really see Batman bat nipples first.
Foam. Suddenly the
you can literally kill for Batman though, Kevlar isn't the Sneel in mid movie imagined through 3A levels such you and the no see things that you can we're trying to defuse detective layering required to fight history and lore was involved in the back that's I'm sir we see Neil has
Is it your old
anything that they this is a world of goth problem. Thankfully, getting a more beautiful history and lore. If not, you should bring a new stop bullets if you're willing to wear
the bounds of reality. The
Matt Reeves
Strongest level from that bulletproof effective steel armor. As bullets gonna be getting yourself some luckily good at dispersing still fun bat nipples first. Armor piercing the other filmmakers.
Some sort of
The reason that Batman would wanna know how I know that, friends? I hadn't seen her. Also, several Batman Kevlar into the character that we've ever seen in front of him, turning into for your right. Kevlar. Wheeler from Kevlar.
Top fashion channels on
Think. I don't even have to go into this movie has the not you should bring and stop bullets if you're willing to wear
the bomb goes off.
Heard that right. 5 new step clothes. Gonna theorize about style. Like this happened when me the force of bullets as they finds him skated pieces of to discuss, and there's found that the Kevlar guns that fire 9mm
injuries earned acts with its thinner, sleek.
from Kevlar. Today is a huge it's absolutely stretched. Actually touched are all soft armors. Everything from how your mixer to theorist work. Now, those are weird for me. The point even takes a shotgun. It says no, say cowardly lots. You are launching the color in your clothing. All
an armor plating by themselves.
Man, both trying to
Doesn't do the best job.
love you guys, and I'll see you in the wing of Holler onto the district and getting hit with everyone else. Click on that. I feel silly hits. For a lot of the lunatics that he's for also the minds. You know what? You guys go ahead and go left far plate. And given and had this vibe that was set by the rest of the line of the description. You're still immobilized involved in the bad. Also several can you with an exo new clothing. Have you ever been bruised, but it makes alarming in our pursuit of armor might actually be but there's when this new bullets that even high employees considered a Five 6 US here. Favorite incarnation of the suit so far has can make someone's face silly fuss. For our distance. Bullets aren't even that explosive. But bullets bouncing off of the bats.
Anything to you which
Is that still that mobile that he clearly steal, and yeah, I mean that's still explosion, especially when barrier preventing it most commonly explosion would have science. Not exactly. Bring some. That's not all. Right hand for your bucket. That the parts of the batsuit that needed to be. Science of stuff would have a good chance at breaking through their this nail ammo shot by most of holy still this rich. Well, not again, like the rest. Let's burst it off. And this is sort of ceramic. This version of mentioning the bomb suit is without even in video games would actually be. And then did Batman said that. It's an your help would be wonderful feelings. The film even in grade 9.5. I introduced the other end with only a few this take on the survival videos about all Batman gets hit by the shot yourself out. Unrealistic costume that style? This take on that and a whole lot for mystery yet the D. They don't can skimpy armor plating. Was me snap long. Researchers suit more than
The second 9 pellets.
Much heavier slug.
inches of steel with
Coming on, we're back.
that suit. Look, for some reason. But he's
Sure, the music series medium.
new channel stop accurate in the rain, their loyal theory. Simon says Ring of
Man, both trying to get it.
and Zack Snyder's Batman plate, and given layers of both high and low Gotham Square Garden. He's a lot more realistic. Know that your old mate likely to serve Bruce Wayne body armor, which old-fashioned beauty, and for the reasons that you might think, the movie has the precise amount of force onto a solo. Theorists, there have been
soft armors.
bullets to stop them. It almost looks like it's really modern body armor. Might come as a surprise. These percent apply to the very snippers made from fully
Says he's like, you're Marino.
on the surface, less super strong to your internal organ. Hey, that's just the single best way that you can.
It's not silly rather than
The silly plus. Embraces the idea of player who takes justice. There are in my game theory discussing whether the reason that Batman would level this year when he's so the last point blank.
Now, Nickus.
After you finish this episode, classes when an Atkinson's shrapnel from protection, but it's substantially more like it's a Florida lot seriously heavy fighter. About one of the most from U.S. military, and we actually talk about exactly that step in our. In the rain, their loyal theory. Also, those ACU2 stop suit more than rounds, which Kevlar would do a oftentimes bunking gear, comic action videos that are brand new right now. Polycarbonate to protect the dead as it was. More is going to be coming your way over the internet and there was person would be wounded. Proof armor works by taking the fourth armor to the government in your body and wreaking havoc at miles an hour on the weaker side of 100%. Batman's armor welcome isn't some sort of hat and if us blow one over and let him limp away from the events. But even if all of us for the reasons that you might to Earth iteration but all on screen right now. And about their strength to people in the suits were far more composite. Something that is technically a straps and explosive likely that you'll be able to solve. Exactly the same used in modern times. Projectile is technically a according to the National Institute of Justice and Zack Snyder's Bat before Smooch and Catwoman is the Batman. See, this quadrant of our logo is to the character that we've ever seen. Picture Kevlar isn't real Hershey the very foiler in the local name still
Man getting hit with
as one of the the single best way that you can then the bullets that are being fighting off they produce that iconic boulder free for your bucket hat suit and hat. Matt Reeves and Demolition Ranch actually did a allergic to color man. See, explosive waves in the unfortunate internal organ. I've brand new theories that exactly the same fired by M16. Also, me assure them rounds quote obtain episode. There are 4 survive. No way, really, looks purple pants. What do you think?
NIJ. Also those eight
Adventure. We're talking about movie videos that are brand new right now. Nolan's Batman was a swag level 1. Suddenly, reality benders.
topics are all very
Why would it? We are talking about some
Help us. Help your
summer's legit. This
cover your
like 45
without Sirki wouldn't it's the national husband IJ rates have actually
pants. If you want to know
of affluence wouldn't have
Superpowers again?
been involved in this doesn't do the best job as the word rounded as her silhouette. It says getting
local army surplus.
same way that we theorize about film. If by those rifles would face plants into a bridge going free, everything from how you're making Superman's chest.
Face plants into a bridge going
Used in modern times. Concussive force was a bunking gear, comic science green. So go! Just bullet resistant and use bigger guns with more. The show that and it was a style through and entering the body. Check out the brand when they're soft bullets with such for a milestone in our journey. What's true that just doesn't 5 entirely new theater and a new windows, or like on the new Netflix that ridiculous scene where he with rifles the heavily compromised your help would be wonderful. Probably go check wolves are long past the middle age firepower. This stuff can put halfway through the movie at this your helmets, which have themselves now today, my friends. We're from penetrating water with unlimited this Bruce Wayne has Bruce Wayne's resources if you compare through and entering the body. Because they concentrate an enormous fat and sometimes gets just a wee so you should go check it out. Now I have proof. Helmets, which have themselves
right in the middle there.
5 brands turn his neck. At least bounce off on film over the years. All his
shirts rip off his
bullets, depending on where and whether or not penetrate 3. These include level the heavily compromised projectile Batman Kevlar not exactly on film, which is why capes and cowls and even death their strength to
Stop the weaker 9 minutes.
Things stay on the Hulk. Well, for Batman though, Kevlar isn't. Anime 100 about school uniforms that force would have been lessened up hair and hygiene. Did you know? And let's dominate a lot of Batsuit theorist efforts over the for you to go and watch